Hello, it's Barry. You're watching Barry and the PI. I got my colorful native shirt on. It's kind of ethnic day. Today I want to talk about overseas foreign workers called OFWs here in the Philippines and abroad too. Uh, More educated Filipinos and Filipinas that have nursing degrees or teachers, they get jobs in America and very good paying jobs too. And they often end up married to an American or a European. But there are literally hundreds of thousands of not as educated Filipinos that work in here in Asia, in Japan, Taiwan, and Singapore. There are also women from Thailand, from Indonesia, Vietnam, that also are OFWs too. Most of these work in maybe factories and domestic helpers or maids essentially. My wife was one of them in Hong Kong. There are a lot of them in Hong Kong. She was working as a nanny for a wealthy Chinese family. And life is pretty hard for them. First, they're paid low wages, at $500 a month, if that. Often their wages are withheld for some reason. And and they work 7 days a week sometimes, but they're supposed to have at least one day off a week. And they're lucky if they get that. Generally, they're off on Sundays, and when they're off, they congregate with other Filipinos, usually in some central location. In Taiwan, they would congregate at Taipei main station, train station, where you catch the subways and stuff, or at a park. I think the 228 park is usually where a lot of them go to in Taipei. They're often used by corrupt criminals as drug mules, and some get caught and end up going to jail for many years. So life is not real easy for them. I knew several of them in Taiwan. In the small town that I lived in, there were a lot of them around. And there was one Filipino store in the town, and I'd go there to get my chicharrones and a few other things that I like here in the Philippines. Philippines chicharrones are like the best in the world. Only competition there is Mexico. And I like chicharrones, but I've cut back on that. I don't eat them as much anymore. My doctor warned me, stop eating those. And so I stopped doing that so much. I knew a guy, a Filipino guy I met, a real nice guy. He has a master's degree in uh, mechanical engineering, and he was hired and worked for at a factory. And I was talking to him one day and about the stuff he has to put up with, and I worked teaching English to kids. Turns out I was making much more money working 20 hours a week doing that than he was making as an engineer. The pay is just atrocious. And so I met quite a few Filipinos, and they told me their problems and stuff with being a domestic helper or working in a factory. Life is kind of hard on those people. You'll find them on, maybe your girlfriend might be an OFW, or she may have been an OFW. And she'd probably tell you about life as an OFW. I knew some that were locked up, weren't allowed to go out. One girl I met that even though she was supposed to get off every Sunday, she was working for a retired teacher, and wouldn't let them out, let them go off. It was maybe once a month. Now, he'd let her go out, and there were other Filipinos in the neighborhood, and just chit-chat and stuff, but couldn't leave the area and go out with her friends and stuff and go shopping and things like that, which I really like to do, as most of you know. Shopping is an old tradition, I guess you would say, for Filipino women. They love shopping. And so, you know, it's a hard life for them, but because of the overpopulation here in the Philippines, Philippines does have one of the highest birth rates of any country in the world, and that's why you see a lot of poverty. The economy can't keep up with all the people that are being born here, and that's a big problem here, and responsible for a lot of poverty. There is poverty here. You can see it. There's some bloggers that focus on that, take you through places like Tondo, Hiatus, and different areas around where there's extreme poverty. One's called Larry PH Walking. He does some good videos, and another one just came in, Jammer. He does some good ones in that. So you can see the extreme poverty here in the Philippines. The government doesn't encourage you to go around those areas and warn you it's dangerous and stuff. So, but these people can't get jobs here, and it costs them money to get a job overseas. I think they end up having to pay for their flight, and as I say, usually don't make more than $500 a month, if that. That's in dollars, not pesos. I don't think anybody would take a job of 500 pesos if they had to leave their family for a year or more. So they're pretty easy to meet. I met a lot of them and became friends with a lot of them. And Midas told me stories of things she had to do. You know, she was supposed to be working, taking care of the kids, which she did mostly. But then they would make her go and take her away to another high-rise tower, and where her grandmother lived, and she'd have to clean her house. A lot of times they wouldn't let her off. So they have hard jobs, and it's hard for them to be away from their families, especially if they got little kids. So they do it for the family. They spend very little money on themselves, just when they would get off and maybe go shop a little bit at a cheap store. But thousands and thousands and thousands of Filipinos are trying to get those jobs. I understand in Taiwan there's about 90,000 from the Philippines. I know there's some from Thailand, Thailand girls, Thai girls, and Indonesian girls. And they tell me it's the same thing. It's hard work, hard work, long hours, and little time off to relax and enjoy themselves. And then they're tricked into, some will get tricked into carrying drugs back home or wherever they're going to. And they usually get caught and are sentenced to many years in prison. So it's tough. Now there are a lot of Filipino nurses in the U.S. And there are a lot of Filipino teachers too. I've worked with some of them. We had our math teacher, and I think he was legally staying there. I think he'd stayed much longer than he was supposed to, but the school wasn't going to report him because they need math teachers. He was a good friend, and I know at the hospital there, a bunch of the nurses are from the Philippines. So they did a great service because they're sending money back to the Philippines. And that's how some families can survive. So yeah, poverty is a problem. Many reasons for it. And Catholic Church has something to do with that. We can't get contraceptives here. So people don't stop screwing because of what the church says. Pros end up having a lot of kids. I see families of as many as 15 kids, and that's way too hard on the woman. And there's no such thing as abortion here. Can get you many years in prison for that. So am I talking loud enough? I hope so, because I got the waterfall cleaned up and got it on there. I'm running it. Today it's actually sunny right now. Started, it's been cloudy all day, but now that I get out here, I got the sun hitting me. But still cool. I think our temperatures here were 73 to 85 today, and I'll take that with rain, supposed to rain. We haven't got any yet, but we'll have it soon, I think. Probably after I finish this video. So, just remember this about the OFWs. They're a big part of the economy, and the dollars they send back here are important part of the economy. They work hard hours under poor conditions, and they're heroes to many, many families. So y'all take care. Be sure to subscribe, and I only need like two or three to get me over 600. So you'll help this old man get over 600 here. And like the videos and share them with your friends or your enemies. And take care of your family. Y'all stay safe and have a great day. And be sure to take care of your pets too. You see my road back over there playing. Venus loves playing. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Adios.